Graduates, you may be seated. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Ronald E. McNair High School Class of 2021 graduation ceremony. It's my 8th year doing graduation as principal, and a couple weeks ago I said it's either going to be really hot or really rainy. I didn't consider really windy, so I guess be careful what you wish for. We'd like to start with the playing of our national anthem, so if everybody could please rise and face the flag at the south end of the stadium. If you could remain standing, I would like to welcome our ASB President, Ms. Haley Escorpiso.
Good evening. My name is Haley Escorpiso, and it has been my privilege to be the ASB President for McNair High School. Would everyone please remain standing and join me in the flag salute? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Haley. So good evening. My name is Mark Dawson. I'm the principal here at Ronald E. McNair High School, and I am honored and excited to welcome our seniors, their guests, members of McNair's staff, and our invited guests from Lodi Unified School District Board of Education, as well as our district office staff, who I'll introduce momentarily. This has been a long and arduous road, but we are finally here. As we begin tonight's ceremony, I'd like to remind everybody that we are following the current health and safety guidelines in place. This includes wearing a face coverings and remaining in your assigned seats and maintaining social distancing. So our students never cease to amaze me. Between March of 2020 and April of 2021, they missed out on so much. However, throughout it all, I saw numerous examples of their creativity, their commitment to academics, their ability to lead, their ability to inspire others, their desire to give back to their community, and an overall spirit that shows me if these are our future leaders, we are in good hands. And on that note, I am very proud to congratulate the class of 2021. You have made it. Graduates, you can sit down. So I told the students today it wasn't going to be perfect, and we were right. So I want to take a moment to recognize and give thanks to the members of our district's leadership team, our superintendent, Dr. Kathy Nichols-Washer, our Assistant Superintendent of Secondary Education, Mr. Jeff Ponquist. I'd also like to recognize the members of our Board of Education for Lodi Unified School District. Board President, the person who represents our area, Mr. Ron Freitas. Board Vice President, Ms. Susan McFarland. Clerk of the Board, Mr. Courtney Porter. Board Trustee, Mr. Ron Heberly. Board Trustee, Mr. Gary Knekstedt. Board Trustee, Mr. Joe Nava. And Board Trustee, Mr. George Neely. I would like to thank our school board, along with Dr. Washer and Mr. Palmquist, for their continued support of McNair High School and their overall commitment to our students. I'd also like to take a few moments to recognize and thank members of McNair's staff for their hard work and dedication over the course of 2020-2021, and specifically the last 15 months. First, I'd like to thank our teachers. McNair High School has an excellent teaching staff who always puts their students first. Over the last 15 months, our teachers have been faced with many challenges and have met them all, and they have continued to provide excellent instruction to our students. I'd also like to thank our office staff who have kept up with all the changes that have occurred and helped keep our teachers and administrators afloat. Our cafeteria staff who have continued to make sure all of our students had access to meals, whether they're on campus or distance learners. And our custodial staff for ensuring that when the students and staff return to campus, they return to a clean and safe environment. We really thank you for all that you have done and continue to do for our students. I'd now like to invite to the stage Mr. Craig Nash, who will present our CSF and NHS Awards.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Craig Nash, and I am representing the counseling department at McNair High School. So on behalf of Mrs. Palmer, Mrs. Mauney, Mrs. McCracken, and our office manager, Mrs. Borges, we all want to wish the class of 2021 happiness and great success in the future. We are cheering for you, always. Woo! 21. Tonight, I have the pleasure of announcing the 2021 California Scholarship Federation Seal Bearers and the National Honor Society Life Members. Woo! These 30 CSF and NHS students have earned this honor by maintaining academic excellence throughout high school. Now, students, as you move forward from here, always remember the words of legendary UCLA coach John Wooden. Things turn out the best for those people who make the best of the way things turn out. And I think that speaks to all of you, that applies to all of you of the class of 2021. Students, when I announce your name and the college you will be attending, please stand and remain standing. And be sure to wave to your fans so they see you. Let's start with the CSF president, Nan Nguyen. Nan will be attending UCLA in the fall. And the NHS president, Anam Khan, CSU Stanislaus. Nizma Abdul Majid, UC Santa Barbara. Sabina Brar, UC Merced. Sydney Brown, CSU Fullerton. Kaylee Chin, Sacramento State. Richard Chitpock, Delta College. Brittany Doe, UC Santa Cruz. Haley Escorpizo, Delta College. Jasmine Gates, UC Santa Barbara. Priscilla Gutierrez, CSU Stanislaus. Alex Hui, UC Berkeley. Kasib Huyen Pham, UCLA. Benny Lee, Cal State Los Angeles. Emily Lowe, Delta College. Radia Mumtaz, Delta College. Ashley Nguyen, UC San Diego. Cindy Nguyen, Delta College. Katie Pham, Delta College. Diego Ramirez, Yale University. Jan Daniel Simone, UC San Diego. Gagandeep Singh, Delta College. Jamel Sotelo, Sacramento State. Matthew Tan, Delta College. Olina Tan, UC Berkeley. Mabel Ungab, San Jose State University. Chloe Vang, Delta College. Sovaneri Vong, CSU Stanislaus. Deshaun Vongpang, Delta College. Venus Zong, University of Pacific. And last but not least, Annabelle Yang, Delta College. So let's have a big hand for these amazing students. Okay, and students, you can be seated. Thank you. Class of 2021, my wish for all of you here today is for healing, hope, and a bright, bright future. The future is waiting for you. Now go get it. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nash. Now I'd like to introduce our speakers for the class of 2021. Each of these young people represent the very best of McNair High School. They have excelled in the areas of academics, athletics, leadership, and community service. Each of them will be attending college in the fall, and I know each of them will be successful. Now it is my pleasure to introduce to you our senior class president, Ms. Jasmine Gates.
Sorry. Hello, parents, administration, school board, faculty, staff, and my fellow classmates. Oh, I forgot to take off my mask. Sorry. I love you guys. Okay, my name is Jasmine Gates, and I am the proud senior class president. I want to thank you all for being here to celebrate the graduating class of 2021. It has been an extremely rough year, but I commend all of you for getting through it. To my seniors, you have worked so hard to get to where you are now and have truly exemplified what it means to push and persevere through hard times, especially when faced with obstacles. Being in this pandemic has given me an outlook on life and has allowed me to reflect on the saying, you don't know what you've got until it's gone. COVID-19 has taught me that life can change within an instant, and you should be prepared to expect the unexpected. Some of us may go into college, work, travel, or the military with a plan. In life, we never know what will happen, and anything can cause a disruption in our plans. Just a reminder that it's okay to fail. FAIL, which stands for a first attempt in learning. The skills we gained over these past 4 years will have prepared us for what our future holds. I know you will all be ready to take on your challenges with the mindset that you will come out on top and will stop at nothing until you do. Coming into freshman year, I didn't know what the next 4 years held for me. Of course, I expected to make friends, grow and mature, and make memories that last a lifetime. But I never expected to log into Zoom most of my senior year and wake up in breakout rooms. I will definitely miss hearing my alarm go off and hitting snooze 10 times before I actually got up. If you're in my AVID class this term, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Sorry, Ms. Hagan. Also, thank you to Azari and Delasia for the rides to school every morning. High school had enjoyable moments, as it was filled with memories of football games, clubs I was involved in, cheering at the football games and learning routines, stunt games, rallies, where I screamed at the top of my lungs and lost my voice the next day, AP classes with Miss Lundenberg, Miss Austin, and Mr. Hotshell, which I very much enjoyed, AVID with Miss Hagan and my AVID buddies, and from time to time, Mr. Medina, who would pop in just to call our class ugly. Student Gov, as we worked hard to still make the best out of the school year, while also getting the chance to hear Miss Monderhan's dog, Milo, barking in the background on Zoom most of the time. And basketball games, whether I was playing or watching them, it was always entertaining. My favorite memory was when I scored on the wrong side of the court during the second game of my freshman year, or when I went for an aerial and ate nothing but turf, or the best one yet, when our long-term sub, my sophomore year for AVID, almost burnt the school down microwaving popcorn. Not going to name any names, but I hope you're doing well and learn how to use the popcorn button. It's all jokes, but I hope they don't hear this. I want to say thank you to all of my teachers over these past 4 years for teaching me skills that I will carry with me for the rest of my life, and for giving me the opportunity to succeed in your classes and allowing me to push myself and exceed expectations. Thank you to my coaches, Keith, Steve, Fabian, Calvin, and Lamson, for pushing me to be better than I was before and teaching me that with hard work, anything is possible. Coach Kenny, thank you for always being that positive outlet in my life and for helping me find light when I was in a dark place. You will always hold a special place in my heart. Sorry. To my friends and peers, I appreciate all the moments that were full of smiles, laughter, and laughing so hard we were crying. I want you to know that you have all had a major impact in my life that I am genuinely so grateful for, as you have all helped me be a better person and leader every day. To AVID, Student Gov, Girls Club, French Club, Cheer, and Stunt, thank you so much for not only being amazing people, but for making me feel like family. I love you guys so much, and I am blessed to have met wonderful people like you. Also, quick shout out to our senior advisor, Mr. Holmes, who did his best under these circumstances to make sure the seniors were able to make the most out of the rest of the year. Thank you to the school board, Mr. Dawson, and admin for not only doing your best to make this a better year for seniors, but for also putting your best foot forward in helping benefit each and every student here at McNair High School. Also, thank you to Ms. Riley, who made me feel welcome every time I did the morning announcements. To Ms. Deli in counseling, as she was lovely as always and always had a smile on her face every time I saw her, as well as Ms. Monty, Mr. Nash, Ms. McCracken, and Ms. Palmer, who always did their best to make sure that their students were on the right track, not only in school, but in life as well. To my parents, Mom and Earl, my siblings, Joel, Josiah, Janice, my granny, my aunts Leilani and Christina, and my grandpa Ken and Grandma Tina. I love you guys so much. And thank you for always supporting me in everything I do, as I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you. Sorry, trying not to cry. Pull it together. And lastly, to my grandma, who gained her wings this year. I love you and miss you. I wish you could be here, but I thank you for always being my #1 fan throughout my journey in high school and in life. I know you would be proud of me, and although you aren't here physically, I know you're always watching over me. Pull it together, Jasmine. Furthermore, life has its ups and downs, but when you expect the unexpected, you will be able to see life and your obstacles from a different perspective. I'm extremely proud of you all and wish nothing but the best for you in the next step of your life and your journey to adulthood. Before we part ways, I want to leave you with these last words. No matter what life throws at you, don't lose sight of who you are, and never forget to expect the unexpected. Senior Class President Jasmine Gates signing off.
Thank you, Ms. Gates. This time, I would like to introduce to you our ASB President, Ms. Haley Escorpizo.
Good evening, Dr. Washer, board members, administrators, teachers, staff, parents, families, and our soon-to-be McNair alumni, class of 2021. I am honored to be speaking to you all today as your ASB president. I can't believe it's been 4 years since we walked inside those overhang gates. I still remember my little Instagram post on my first day as a freshman. It was a picture in the girls' locker room with the caption, "I hope it's just like High School Musical." Well, 720 days of being a high school student, I think we can all agree that this was nothing like High School Musical. During our senior year, instead of running through lawn sprinklers or singing and dancing on rooftops, we were waking up 1 minute before our Zoom classes began. It's been a roller coaster here, well, at least for me. Thinking back makes me realize how much we have all changed over the past few years. And if I had the chance to travel back in time, I'd go visit little me and tell her something like this. Dear Haley, these next 4 years will completely change who you are. You'll be faced with unimaginable obstacles that will challenge your trust, your appearance, your beliefs, and so much more. Along the way, you may cry, you're going to feel alone, and you're going to feel stressed, and probably lose a couple friends, but you'll gain a few ones too. The challenges you face will only help you grow and flourish into the best person that you can become. Be proud of who you are and what you will accomplish, and most of all, enjoy it while it lasts. As high schoolers, we are faced with so many obstacles and expectations, and I think some of our parents and teachers, hint, hint, forget that we had to live through a freaking pandemic for the last year. Like, out of the billion years that Miss Corona could have happened, she decided to land on our junior and senior year. What are the odds? Nonetheless, I am grateful for the time that I had being an Eagle. I think McNair is one of the most unique high schools around. I mean, from the millions of fire alarms we had, to story times with Mr. Fujita, and to the broken toilet seats in the bathroom. But hey, at least we didn't have flying trash cans unlike somebody. Standing here today, I can see that the McNair class of 2021 has some of the most passionate, determined, and beautiful people that I have ever met. In just a few minutes, we'll all be walking across this stage, and I want you all to take pride in what you have accomplished. Allow yourself to let go of the past, the stress, and any negativity that you've had on your back, because this is our last moment together, and it won't last forever. Before I end this speech that, mind you, I rewrote so many times, I want to acknowledge those who have greatly impacted my growth as an individual. Thank you to all my Ansel Adam teachers, Murata teachers, and of course, McNair teachers and staff, especially all the counselors, Miss Monty, Mr. Dawson, Miss Mondohan, Mr. Alvarez, Mr. Holmes, and Miss Betha, for all that you've accomplished for this generation. To my student gov family, thank you for accepting me as your ASB president and for always being my backbone. Thank you to my past friends, new friends, and especially Sabina Brar, Jaren Singh, Stephanie Corrales, and my best friend of 8 years, Matthew Tan, who have given me countless days of endless memories that I'll never forget. Thank you to my best friend and boyfriend, Dejan Vongping, for always being by my side. I wouldn't be who I am today if I never became lab partners with you in chem back in our sophomore year. Thank you to my dad for always supporting me through thick and thin. Thank you to my annoying siblings, Trin and Jelani, my crazy family, my aunties, my grandparents, who thankfully aren't here because I know you guys would be screaming your lungs out and popping fireworks from those bleachers. So embarrassing. You guys have always pushed me towards my success, and I love you all so much. Thank you, Mom, for being my motivation. Without you constantly getting on me, I know that I wouldn't have made it this far. And of course, thank you, McNair, for allowing me to make mistakes that have helped me grow into the person that stands in front of you today. When we leave the stadium and become official graduates of McNair High, remind yourself that you, and only you, are the ones who determine your future. As we step into our broken world, remember to treat each other with respect, because as a generation alone, I know that we are capable of change. I wish all of you nothing less than happiness and success. Good luck to you, and congrats to the class of 2021. We did it.
Thank you, Ms. Escorpizo. Valedictorian. The definition in Webster's dictionary is simple: the highest ranking in a graduating class, academic excellence, or highest academic performance. This year, McNair High School honors the student who has attained this honor. Our valedictorian for the class of 2021, Mr. Diego Ramirez.
Hello. When asked about my future, my answer has always changed. As a kid, my dreams would range from professional chef to firefighter to even roller coaster engineer. Over the past 4 years, I've cycled over many different career choices, each one very different from the last. What has stayed consistent, though, especially as I've grown older, is my desire to leave an impact that will outlive me, my legacy. Today, June 7th, 2021, our senior class is graduating. It is the moment that marks the transition between our childhood and adulthood. Once we walk out of these gates, our tassels moved, and our diplomas ready, we enter a new world, one that we are forced to live and partake in, whether we like it or not. While some may consider the responsibilities of adulthood overbearing, they also come with a great opportunity, the chance to implement progress that will affect the lives of generations after us. Is it not our duty to put the lives of human beings first and everything else second? Is it not our duty to try and see progress be made in our lifetime? And is it not our duty to try and create a new world, a better world, that can support humanity even after we are buried into the ground? Change starts with the individual, people like you and me, and that is where the new world begins. It begins with what we believe in and what we are willing to fight for. Our fight is what will breed the action that is needed over the years of our lifetime. Change cannot be achieved without the will of the people. Action must not only be taken, but it must be demanded by people like you and me. Our demands will be what makes the difference. Our wants will be heard one way or another, and our fight cannot end until the world that surrounds us reflects the values within. When I look into my future, I see one thing: ambition. An ambition that I share with many of you in front of me. An ambition that I hope could lead to something greater than I could ever imagine. Today, I'm starting to create my legacy, and I hope you start to create yours as well. What we do matters on every single level imaginable, so make this life worth it. Find what you are willing to fight for, and don't rest until you know everything you've done can aid to the battle. Thank you.
Thank you, Diego. We wish you continued success as you move on to Yale University in the fall. Can I have our first readers to the stage? Dr. Washer, As the principal of Ronald E. McNair High School, I would like to present to you the class of 2021 for the issuance of diplomas and certificates. I hereby certify that every student has met all the requirements of the state of California and Lodi Unified School District, and they are deserving of the diplomas and certificates you are about to award them. Readers, please take your places.
Gagandeep Singh.
There we go. Okay, try that again. Nan Phung Nguyen.
Jan Daniel Simon.
Anam Khan.
Katie Pham.
Nisma Abdel Majid.
Cindy Nguyen.
Sabina Brar.
Ashley Nguyen.
Sydney Brown.
Radia Mumtaz.
Kaylee Chin.
Emily Sunday Lowe.
Brittany Doe.
Diego Andres Ramirez.
Priscilla Gutierrez Padilla.
Haley Michaela Escorpizo.
Kasib Huyn Pham.
Jasmine Keyshawn Gates.
Benny Lee.
Catherine Alves.
Jomel Sam Sotelo.
Davina Eliana Alvarez.
Matthew Tan.
Jasmine Almazan.
Olina Tan.
Anam Ali.
Mavel Jane Kunizar Ungab.
Johnny Josiah Alcazar.
Chloe Vang.
Lexis Silar.
Sovanary Vong.
Jimena Aguilar Arroyo.
Dejan Vong Peng.
Princess Fina Sabado Aguilar.
Venus Zhang.
Natalie Aguilar.
Annabelle Yang.
Muhammad Afzal.
Isaac Abarca.
Eshita Christy Chandawalia.
Safa Ansar.
Sienna Caitlin Castro.
Emmanuel Asha Olu.
Christina Castro.
Karina Ayala.
Rain Castleman.
Lily Bunn.
Valeria Castaneda Alarcon.
Irene Colleen Bali.
Ryan Cow.
Alejandro Barboza.
Michaela Cow.
Alicia Barrientos.
Hector Campuzano Duran.
Eunice May Better.
Rosalind Lee Rosal Kalub.
Alyssa Ann Bevilacqua.
Leonardo Calderon.
Alexander Villa Botello.
Terrell Deloney.
Antonio Chavez Martinez.
Vivian Delgado Palacios.
Ariel Chia.
Juan De Leon.
Jenna Chin.
Angelica Rosemary Davis.
Rajveer Gokul.
Lan Dow.
Kobe Chong.
Jerica Amber Cruz.
Kyle Chuan.
Deegan Kronk.
Nathan Cologne.
Melissa Cortez De La Cruz.
Yesenia Comparon.
Estefany Corrales Jimenez.
Felicity Marine Jane Conte.
Ariel Alani Cornilla Duenas.
Jaslyn Cordero.
The third. Florentino Fabian Guerzo III.
Ashley Bayani Del Rosario.
Alejandro Graham.
Bilal Ajmal.
Edgar Gonzalez.
Chandavi D.
Avery Herr.
Ayana Eagle.
Damari Hernandez.
Samuel Flores.
Maria Mercedes Hernandez.
Jesus Garcia.
Zavala Chin.
Jesus Garcia Solano.
Andy Nguyen Ho.
Evelyn Faith Jimenez.
Darian Ho.
Jane Gomez Cruz.
Terrence Huynh.
Jose Guadalupe Gomez Munoz.
Tu Tui Huen. Chan Conquia Ham.
Vanessa Jimenez.
Preston Her.
Stanley Jordan.
Delasia Ilani Hernandez.
Udonis Sincere Kong.
Kyle Hugh.
Adam Kennedy.
Erin Ho.
Habiba Khan.
Mai Nahwan Nguyen.
Malika Khan.
Juliana Reina Huerta.
Michaela Lee.
T. Tan Tui Huynh.
Kiana Lim.
Franklin Howard Jackson.
Caitlin Lowe.
Akaya Simone Johnson.
Kaylin Lore.
Caitlin Kalla.
Daniel Lowen.
Jaden Kang.
Valeria Lozana Diaz.
Abdul Khan.
Emily Faith Lee.
Joadia Khan.
Isaiah Moss.
Jada Lane.
Melky Manzanares.
Daquan Livingston.
Alexander Martinez.
Emily N. Lowe.
Dalen Marcellus Mukal.
Eddie Lopez.
Isaias Orozco Mendez.
Sage Lore.
Nathan Zachary Menor.
Luis Gerardo Lozano Diaz.
Jeremy Men.
Samuel Lupien Mendoza.
Divya Mohan.
Jin Lee.
Carlos Morales.
Jimmy Ma.
Alejandro Naranjo.
Nelia Christine Macias.
Jordan Ness.
Julissa Elizabeth Macias Jimenez.
Hoon Van Re Nguyen.
David Manso.
Khan Nguyen.
Azaria Rochelle Maxey.
Emily Norn.
Andrea Menchaca.
Angelo Nunes Gallegos.
Neil Roden Mendoza.
Justin Patamga.
Lindsay Reza May.
David Perez Jerome.
Sukari Moss.
Evelyn Penita.
Santiago Miranda Jr.
Catherine Polito.
Alyssa Marie Montoya.
Caden Rajvongtong.
Kyle Christopher Morelos.
Elizabeth Ricci.
Jaya Muhammad.
Jose Rios.
Berkeley Blaze Nash.
Esperanza Bernice Rivera Cardenas.
Benjamin Nguyen.
Melissa Romo.
John Nguyen.
Alina Nicole Relis.
T. Nguyen.
Pamal Singh Sohota.
Michaela Kiara Nem.
Louis Ivan Salud.
Faiza Majida Nisha.
Julio Cesar Sanchez Espinoza.
Eliza Arzadon Pabiera.
Guadalupe Santillan.
Kayla Aaliyah Pang.
Javen Sao.
Leah Sang Pamsavandara.
Jaren Singh.
Michael Rapallo.
Sahand Shafea.
Darren Prak Arcana.
Sahib Singh.
Sequoia Mawia.
Ana Christina Simon.
Aaron Ramirez.
Phoebe So.
Luis Antonio Reyes.
Vanessa Song.
Jason Javier Rominquet Jr.
Nayeli Soto.
Kiari Marie Rosemond.
Portia Stringer.
Alvin Saturn.
Angela Sunaken.
Milana Becky Salas.
Muhammad Tahir.
Jose Sanchez.
Malai Tep.
Mickey Vang.
Genuine Rose Tao.
Harjat Sangha.
Irene Tao.
Kevin Mateo Santoyo Pineda.
Daniel Joseph Thomas Jr.
Josiah Jalen Scott.
Viana Tith.
Kaylin Victoria Rivera.
Nick Tolliver.
Enrico Tito Morales.
Brian Gerardo Trujillo.
Michael Anthony Simpson III.
Jose Uloa.
Alani Alyssis Sokeo.
Alasia Jaylene Velez.
Angela Soria.
Jacob Vang.
Esteban Soto.
Jaslyn Vang.
Eric Foster.
Savannah Van C.
Raven Sula.
Diana Vasquez Martinez.
Crystal Sunikan.
Uriel Alvarez Vasquez.
Kevin Sev.
Stephanie Gabriela Barba.
Sereni Kia Sang.
Omar Vera.
Giovanni Sierra.
Demetrius Vongpang.
Tai Tet.
Joshua Wentz.
Richard Chit Pope.
Markel Williams.
Joseph Tucker.
Jada Moore.
Jose Angel Urena Rodriguez.
Nadia Weissel.
Angélica María Tejeda.
Jaylene Zong.
Catherine Tao. Iris
Ryan Zong.
Iris Athena Tao.
Jesse Williams.
Charisma Bao Tao.
Emily Zamora Reyes.
Emelita Ziong.
Susan Yang.
Matthew Zong.
Zenkong Zhao.
Damien Quiroz Arnolfo.
Kasia Yang.
Ali Cameron.
Isaac Yang.
Nehemiah Joshua Longshin Yang.
Maribel Nina Ibanez.
Amarian Watts.
Brianna Miramontes.
Dana Maylin Tran.
Luis Alvarado Novoa.
Akela LaShawn Chris Valier.
Ramar Moore.
Richard Vang.
Ray Vasquez.
Brandon Shuzing Vang.
Edwin Guillermo Leon Delgado.
Christopher Vo.
Holly Moore.
Eden Yang.
Alina Zia.
Kiana Jasmine Williams.
Eliana Valles.
Julian Conte Winbush.
Antonio Raul Sestiaga.
Jerome Oti Manu.
Martha Diaz.
Dylan Falit.
Jasmine Howard.
Gia Jun. Ma. Edgar Vargas. Kyle Yang. Renzel Ivan Balbin. Chris Ayers. Diego Gamboa. Jessica Carr. Princess Zuniga. And Kanani Angelique Zapata.
Thank you. In a few moments, our ceremony will be complete. I want to thank our board members and district staff for being here tonight and helping us with our ceremony. This time, you may be excused. Thank you. Parents and guests, I ask for you to remain in your seats for a few more moments until our students have completed the recessional, and I invite you to join them. Please remember to exit in a safe manner and maintain social distancing as you leave tonight. Our graduates will recess into the student parking lot. This senior class is special to me. I became the principal of McNair High School 4 years ago. And this was the first class I had the opportunity to address during 9th grade orientation in July of 2017. I looked into the crowd and I saw a lot of nervous faces. They had no idea I was just as nervous, if not more so. On that day, I told them what I tell every class of incoming 9th graders. I told them that they do not have to come to McNair. And every time I say that, that's met with puzzled looks. I quickly follow up by assuring them that they get to come to McNair. I reminded them that often our approach to something will dictate our success. When we approach things in a positive manner, we embrace challenges, work to overcome them, we learn from each other, we learn from our mistakes, and we put ourselves in a position to be successful. That is exactly what the class of 2021 has done. They have remained positive throughout the last 15 months. They have met many challenges and overcame many obstacles. They have experienced loss and disappointment, yet have always remained positive. I urge the class of 2021 to keep that positive approach when they leave here. I urge you to try not to think about the things you have to do, but look forward to the things that you get to do. That approach will lead to success in whatever you may do. Will the class of 2021 please stand? At this time, please move your tassels from the left side of your mortarboard to the right. You are now graduates of Ronald E. McNair High School. Congratulations, you may start the recessional.